Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Raiders are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Seahawks, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now a play fake. Carr. Cooper's got it. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Moncrief, the man in motion right. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And it's complete to Ladarius Green. A good pickup there, a 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 47-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 36. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And Carr seems to be in some pain. He's still down. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Manuel. And some room to work. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Carr now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Skirts by him at the 35. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Carr throwing on second down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Coleman now. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now when Sale's out of bounds, the side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 3rd down, Carr steps away to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Buying time to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They will run again with Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's third down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And the Seahawks on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it. Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated. Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction. They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think? And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And look who, the former Seahawk first-round pick, Bruce Irvin. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On play action, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. He completes it to Bryant. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now Carr, got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. It's Coleman here into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And this seemingly endless drive continues. 2nd and goal to go now. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he knocks it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And again this time to the tailback. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet, right at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He finds Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for the Raiders. 62 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Here's Coleman on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now.